You know, I've done a few shell challenges in my day. I don't think that I'm chaotic evil, though. I think I'm just chaotic with my shell challenges. Jessie, however, Plumbella, my biggest enemy, chaotic evil. If you don't know what a shell challenge is, essentially what it is a weird box that someone has created in The Sims, like the shell of a build, just a bunch of walls in some sort of odd shape, and then you post it on the gallery, and it's the goal of everyone who downloads it to turn it into a real building. They can make it into a house, a restaurant, whatever, but you can't change any of the existing walls. And I think that this shell by Jessie here is one of the worst things that has ever happened to me. I mean, are you seeing this? Can we just break this down for a second? Because Jessie has created this monstrosity where obviously all of these original walls have to remain. You can't change any of them. So we've got a couple things, you know, on the outside of the main structure. The upstairs is bigger than the downstairs. There's this weird diagonal wall. I don't even know where to begin with this. Now, the rules are simple. You can do whatever you want. You can rotate it, put it on a bigger lot, a smaller lot, whatever, but all of these walls have to stay the same. So I couldn't be like, you know what, I don't want a diagonal right here. That's against the rules. And so instead, we have to make this work. So here was my theory. Originally, I was gonna make it into a restaurant. I had rotated it like this. I was like, we can put a sign on this wall. There can be some balconies with outdoor seating. And then I was like, you know what? No. A modern house is too simple for this, okay? That's like a go-to is making this freak thing into a modern looking build. Because I feel like a lot of times when you've got weird shapes, it kind of lends itself more easily to being like, oh, look, it's modern. You know? It's a cop-out, right? And so instead, I made it into this. Yes. This is the shell. I made it into a suburban. I feel like I'm known for this, you know, my ability to build suburban houses at every corner. And I'm just gonna embrace it. We're gonna make this weird box into a suburban house. I'm not even gonna bother making it a modern build. I literally did I spent like 10 minutes on the modern version and then I was like, forget it, I'm bulldozing it. But we're trying something a little bit different today because obviously this shape is different. So you can mock me all you want for having a preferred style of house, but I don't think that building like normal looking real life traditional style houses is that weird. I just don't like the look of modern builds, okay? I think that other people can pull them off really well. I just don't think that I have fun building them. And so I prefer to build, you know, more classic, traditional looking homes because you see that kind of stuff in real life all the time. So it's what I tried with this, kind of to embrace the meme, you know, like, oh, lilsimsie can't build anything modern, so we're gonna build this. I don't think that I'm that bad at building modern looking structures, but you know what? Let's embrace it, and you'll see that the roofing on this was exceptionally difficult. I mean, the weird triangle bit, I had no idea what to do, and so what I did instead was put a diagonal gabled roof, and I had it come off over like half of what is now a balcony, so it's like a half-covered balcony. I ended up putting some spandrels there, and I made it into an intentional looking balcony. Now, it's kind of odd, but I think it helped a little bit. It like split it up, it covers the walls, so it's full there, and that diagonal, like that weird triangle room, became a toddler's bedroom. So it kind of works. It's a really small room. I think the furnishing is really cute in there. Like, I kind of enjoyed furnishing this tiny, like, triangle bedroom, you know? It's kind of a fun challenge to have an odd-shaped room. But the rest of the house, like, the actual layout of it, I was like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna come in, we're gonna build a roof somehow, and then I'll figure out where the front door is gonna go. So I started out with this as the front, but I actually ended up rotating it, so this is the back now. So you'll see me kind of change my mind about that kind of partway through this. It really was a whole bunch of trial and error here. And plus, there's all these weird rooms outside. I think that this house, like, I put a lot of roofing on it to try and cover the weird walls that Jessie built, because she had these weird, like, external boxes and stuff, which I probably could have done something more interesting with and tried to embrace better, but instead I was like, I'm gonna put a wraparound porch and cover the whole thing. So there's like these random little bump outs that I tried to make actually functional when the actual build comes in. So there's one inside the living room, and I made it into like a little like built-in cabinet, and I put like a counter there. There's some cat decorations on it. I turned one of the outside 2 wide bump outs into a laundry room, so it's like a laundry room, but it's in a separate room on the patio. It's like outside. And there's a third one that's just a 1 tile wide bump out that's like outside on the patio as well, and I turned that into a litter box room. It's got an archway into it and a litter box, and that's it. And I think it works. You know, I mean, it was fine. It turned out all right. You'll see that I just kind of cut out a bunch of me fiddling with columns, because what I had done before was use seasons columns, and then I was like, you know what? This is not gonna work. And so I got rid of them. I used the get together like straight plain columns, but in debug, if you type in bb.showHiddenObjects and then bb.showLiveEditObjects, takes you into like a second layer of debug, and it gives you access to a ton of extra stuff, including a bunch of like random world pieces, so like random fake fences, random brick pillars. And so what I did was size down those random brick pillars. You can see a whole bunch of them sitting in the front yard because you can't like duplicate debug items, so I put a whole bunch in the front yard in case I needed to replace anything, so I would have extra. And then I used those, sized them down, and put them at the base of the columns to kind of look like a more interesting column base. And I think it looks really pretty. Like, I really like how those columns look now. They're really unique looking, they're kind of fancy, and it gives that like added touch. This like little bonus of the brick. And then the front yard also has like brick staircases and stuff up to it. To be honest, I had to cut out a lot of things, it feels like, from this build. It just takes so long to like figure out a style for a house like this, because you sit there fiddling with it like, okay, we have to change how this looks, we gotta fix this weird wall is in the way, how do I fix the roofing on this, how do I do this? And you keep just going back and forth trying to figure it out. And then the floor plan too, I really struggle with putting the staircase in here because the upstairs is obviously like a little bit offset from the downstairs, and so it kind of makes it hard to figure out a place to have the stairs. I usually don't struggle with that too much, but this one was weird because that triangle room really throws you off. It's like, is it gonna be a bathroom? Is it gonna be a bedroom? But I managed to fit 3 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms in here. One of them downstairs is just a toilet and a sink. So it kind of worked out pretty well, honestly. It's not a bad sized house at all. Although, again, one of the bedrooms is just a tiny triangle. It's a little, but it's fine. It's a toddler room. And I will admit, I was gonna make it a nursery for a baby, and then I changed my mind, made it into a toddler room, but I didn't put a toddler potty here. So there is no toddler potty in this house, but there are plenty of bathtubs. I think there's 2 bathtubs, so you'll be fine. I did hide something else though. I did spend a long time at the end of the video hiding ducks everywhere. Because one time in a shell challenge that I did, Jessie did it, she made this like haunted place. It had like a shrine of candles that said K. I'm still not certain if it was K for Kayla or K for kill. I felt threatened by this build that she made. But she hid a bunch of gnomes everywhere in one of them. She's known for this sort of chaos, as I said, chaotic evil. And so I decided to hide a bunch of rubber ducks in this build. So I didn't do it until the very end. I'll show you guys at the end of the video some of my ducks, because I did have some pretty classic, I think pretty genius places to hide them. I mean, there's one in the toilet, which isn't that exciting, but you know, that kind of stuff. And I put it on the gallery, and in the description on the gallery post it says there's 25 ducks, but this is where my chaotic becomes a little bit evil, because the description says there's 25 ducks. So if you want to play the duck game, I thought there were 25 ducks. I seem to have miscounted though. Apparently when I was counting, I was like 6, okay, 10 instead of 7. So I added an additional 4 ducks in my counting that I didn't even notice, but I was streaming this on Twitch, so my Twitch chat noticed. And they're like, Kayla, no, it's 21 ducks, not 25. And then I was like, oh, is it? Darn. And then I posted it on the gallery anyway with the description saying there are 25 ducks, because in my brain, what I want to happen is I want Jessie to download this and look for all the ducks and then get so frustrated that she can't find any of the ducks because there's 4 that don't exist. And then that's how I intend to get her back for the evil that she did with this shell. That's my revenge, okay? You give me triangles, I give you duck lies. All right? I'm not even worried about it. So, gotcha, Plumbella. You know, speaking of Jessie, I've talked about her before on YouTube. I think she is one of the most talented funny simmers out there right now. I cannot speak highly enough of her. I know that I'm kind of joking around saying I hate her because of her stupid shell challenge, but I think she's so funny. You will love her. She makes genuinely some of the best Sims content out there. Like, mine is terrible in comparison. I am not funny. I have poor videos. Like, it just, she's great. You will love her. So I'll link her channel and her video about this shell down below so that you can maybe play too. Honestly, enter at your own risk though, because this shell, it's known to kill. So I do think I'm kind of proud of it though. I think I had fun doing this because I kind of had this moment in my head when I was streaming last night where I was like, I was gonna make a restaurant, but that's too easy. And I was like, I'm gonna make a blue suburban. What are you gonna do about it? Because there's this meme where I used to build like the same house over and over and over again in The Sims. And I think I still do build a lot of suburban houses in The Sims. It's just a preference of mine. Again, I just like this kind of style. I like to play in this kind of house. It's the kind of house that I see a lot. That's not even true. I live in Florida. Nothing looks anything like this in Florida. But this is the kind of house that I'd like to live in someday. I want a huge porch, you know, stuff like that. And it's kind of this meme, I'll admit it. But I decided to embrace it. It's kind of an old meme. Back when I was in high school, honestly, I don't know how I did this, but back when I was in high school, I didn't used to stream my builds. Like, most of the time now, I kind of multitask a little bit, and if I'm going to post a build on YouTube, I usually live stream it on Twitch first. So I'm kind of like double dipping with the content there, but it's different. I mean, the speed build is not the same as the Twitch stream. I mean, that took me 3.5 hours last night on stream to do this, and the YouTube video is gonna be like 20 minutes long. You know, it's a very different sort of thing, but I used to build everything separate from Twitch because I didn't even stream back then, because my parents' internet, when I lived at home, terrible. Like, we're talking like 1.5 upload speed, maybe. Like, here it's like 30, 35. There, it was not. So I literally, physically impossible to stream. Even to upload was a nightmare back at my parents' house. And so I didn't stream anything back then. So I was trying to like record YouTube videos. And the thing is, a speed build, I mean, it takes like 3 hours to build it sometimes. And you have to record the voiceover and then you gotta edit it. And like, these speed builds took like oftentimes like, you know, 5 hours, which is like 5 times the time it took to record a regular like shorter video. Like a 30-minute video takes sometimes like an hour to record. So speed builds were a big deal to post back then, and so I oftentimes found myself, you know, kind of getting into a rut and building the same thing over and over again, because I was trying to like knock out a build quickly, because I was taking like 7 AP classes my senior year of high school, and like you know. But now that I have more time to build because I'm doing it on stream, I could spend like 3 days building a house because I'm doing it on stream and I'm kind of pre-recording ahead of time. So it works out better now that I can stream it because I'm already going to stream. But my point is that I used to build the same thing over and over again a lot out of a time issue. I didn't even realize. This is also like 3 years ago, okay? Like, you know, oh, speaking of high school, also, I used to wear this shirt all the time in high school. I haven't worn this shirt in years. I think it's because it's a V-neck and I get nervous. Like, I'm kind of self-conscious right now. I don't think I'd wear it out. I worry about it like falling down too much or something, but for a, you know, a short vid, I put it on. I'm embracing my 16-year-old self right now, you know? I was putting away laundry earlier and I found this shirt in the closet because I was putting something next to it, and I was like, huh, because I like this color a lot and it's comfortable. Like, I'm kind of into it, you know? It's fun when you find things that you used to wear a lot, you know? And it's like, oh yeah, I used to like that shirt a lot. It kind of happens like that sometimes. I don't have that many things like that, but I used to wear this all the time in high school. I've got this kind of thing and also a bunch of cardigans that I used to wear like all the time in high school. I lived in Florida too, and I wore sweaters to school like every single day in high school, but that's because I'm self-conscious. Oh, the good old days. You know, one thing I'll admit I'm bad at, though, in The Sims, speaking of clothes and closets, is I never put in closets in my Sims builds. I know we have closets and get together. I think it's just one of those things where, like, I've kind of gotten into this, like, habit of not putting closet space in my Sims builds because it isn't actually necessary. Like, your Sims can actually use closets, so you wouldn't put in, like, a fake walk-in closet very often unless it's, like, a huge build. And even, like, the get-together closets are kind of hard to fit into places sometimes. And because they came out, like, after the game was released, I sometimes forget they exist. And I've kind of, like, ever since, you know, the beginning of The Sims 4, I've never put closets in my builds, and now that we have them, I still don't even use them. Same thing with dishwashers, because they added dishwashers in a free update. I forget how long after The Sims 4 came out, but The Sims 4 was out for a while before we got dishwashers. That came in a base game update, like, later on. Same thing with, like, things like ghosts and pools and stuff. And so, still, to this day, I, like, often forget to put dishwashers in my Sims builds. When did they come out? August 6th, 2015. And The Sims 4 came out in September of 2014, so we went a whole year of no dishwashers. So I forget they exist, honestly. Although August 6th, it was kind of like an early birthday present for me, clearly. August 14th, by the way. Mark your calendars down. I'm turning 21 this year. I'm getting old. It's kind of scary, honestly. Wow. I'm also graduating college this week. Speaking of high school, I'm graduating a year early. I will be graduating next year, but I took a lot of classes and we're graduating a year early. But this week is my last week of school. So last school update in a speed build probably ever is right now. I only have 2 assignments left. I've got an exam on Thursday and I've got a paper due on Tuesday, and then I'm done. I'm going to do that paper right now. Like, I'm going to get off this video and I'm going to go write a paper. Hopefully I can submit it today. So, you know what, you guys, we kind of did it. We finished college. Oh, well, not quite. Thursday. How weird is that? I feel super weird about finishing school. I've been looking forward to this for a long time because I've been working full-time and doing school at the same time for so long. Like, I've been looking forward to graduating and like, you know, being able to exist and not be stressed 24/7. I'll still be stressed because that's my personality, but I'm looking forward to maybe having like a little bit more free time, not having to be so stressed out all the time. But it's gonna be weird to not be in school anymore. I mean, I've been doing school forever, obviously, and like I've had so much of my personality has been like rooted in being good at school for like my whole life, you know? And so I'm kind of feeling a little bit weird about this, you know, finishing of school, because like, I don't know, school's like my hobby, you know? It's like my only like hobby that I have. I play Sims and I do school. So I'm kind of like, what's gonna happen when I finish? Because seriously, my whole life I've been like, I was like the smart kid in school, and then, you know, I've like based so much of my self-worth and like being good at school forever. I'm kind of like, ooh, what's gonna happen when we finish? So I'll keep you posted on that. Hopefully we'll be okay. It is just kind of scary to be done with it, although it's very exciting, and I already have a job, so I'm very lucky in that sense. It's just weird, you know, it's just a weird time. It's a weird thing. It's an especially weird time to graduate for many people. So if you are graduating this year, high school or college, I really feel for you. I know I have it real easy compared to a lot of people. I know people aren't hiring. I mean, it's just a nightmare all around. So I feel for you guys a lot if you're also finishing school right now, because and also I know I'm finishing school kind of early. Like my semester finishes really early compared to some people. Like my semester's done like this week, and a lot of people don't finish school until like the end of June and stuff, you know? But my classes start early. Also, college semesters are kind of shorter than regular like high school semesters, but my classes started up this semester back like the first Monday after the 1st of January. Like it was like I forget if it was the 1st or it was like the 3rd or 4th of January or something, but like my classes were like on it. You know, we started back up so fast, but some people didn't start college back up again until like the end of January or like early February or something. So that's why my school's finishing soon. I don't know why I'm telling you this. You don't care. Anyway, here's what we did. We built this house here. As you can see, I mean, I think that from the front, it is unrecognizable as Jesse's shell. When you get to the back, it becomes a little bit more like, there's something weird going on over here, you know? You can kind of tell, but I don't think it's that bad. Like, I considering what we were working with here, you know, it's not terrible. So let's talk through this. Honestly, I used trees to cover up things. I didn't like how the side of that house looked right there, so I put a tree in front of it so you couldn't see it. That's my #1 tip for Sims builds, by the way. All right, but when you come in, look, I even put down things like a hot tub. There's a seating area. We got this litter box room. We have the tiny laundry space over here. It's even got a broom in it, you know? You can sweep the porch. I think the whole outside turned out kind of cute, I'll be honest. And the inside especially, look, there's like a formal dining space. You got a little living space. Look, honestly, what a stream setup, right? With the bookshelf in the background. I mean, who's with me? I think the kitchen might be my favorite part. I would love a kitchen like this in real life. I mean, are we seeing this? The Jungle Adventure stove and fridge are so pretty. I really like them. I even put down postcards, look. Oh, wow. Anyway, you'll see I hid some ducks places. Like there's one in the fruit bowl, there's one in the toilet bowl, and there's, you know, 25 total somewhere else. I mean, I thought some of my ideas were kind of cute, so there's one on the swing. I'm not gonna spoil them all, although there is one more I think you need to see. He's taking a bath in the washing machine. Well, in the dryer. Wait. Is he gonna die in there? I'm sorry. Oh no. I wasn't trying to kill a duck in The Sims. I think that this room's my favorite part though. I really like the toddler room. I like how small it is. Obviously it's fully functional still. I just liked how like kind of cramped it was. I don't know if you could fit, you know, a regular sized bed for a Sim when they turn into a child in here very easily, but it works and it's cute. I like it. Okay, also, I'm gonna show you one more. Look at this. I put one of the ducks inside the medicine cabinet. It's annoying because it like, when the walls are cut away, you can still see it. But when the walls are up, it's in the medicine cabinet. And I might just start doing that for fun in regular builds. Even like normal duckless builds, I might still do that. I do have one final complaint though. I know I said this before, but God, I wish that we had more shower tub combos. Like, we only really have 3. You got this one, you've got this one with tile, and then you have this one that's like kind of a standalone shower. We also have like this kind of thing, but I think we have and this does not count. I'm sorry, but this thing does not count as a shower tub combo. I mean, you're not gonna use that in a normal build. But what I want is more like this that don't have like ridiculous curtain patterns, because how often are you gonna use that? You know, it takes like a very certain Sim to need shower curtains like this. I wish that we had some more, like, it's a plain white shower and it's got honestly some funky curtains, but even just like colored ones like this blue one, I think that's a really pretty shower curtain. And just the pink one, like I wish that we had like a white shower with a few color variations of shower curtains, because this is so normal. I like this one too. This one's pretty normal also, but like this kind of thing, I mean, like, this is the shower that I've got in my house, like a small shower tub combo. It's got beige tiles, not white. Unfortunately, I live in Florida, so everything is beige. But I've got like a little pattern. It's kind of floral thing from Target. It's not quite so floral. It's like polka dots almost. But I bought it from Target. It's white and green. Like, that's so normal to have like shower tub combos with curtains, at least where I live. I wish that we had more of that in The Sims. Okay, I'm done complaining now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Jessie. She's evil, but you'll probably like her for it. And I'm gonna go. So please make sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe, and do all those fun YouTube things. And in case you guys didn't know, I post new videos every single day, and so I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. I don't mean to call her evil, it's just that her shell is evil. Chaotic, evil in every way. She as a person is pretty nice, so.